Aqua here, welcome back to Utopia³. I am on the server at the minute with Nemson. I think he's at work, so he's not really saying much. He may be doing a bit of building stuff in between doing stuff. Quite a lot's happened since last time I've been on the server. I've chisel carpets are my new favourite thing. I am thinking of making a little shop with chisel carpets. A bit of a carpet shop. I've done nothing over there. I've put some little spikes on there, that's about it. So between last episode and this episode, I've done a live stream, and it came to pass that my fans weren't going to work as I wanted them to, because currently the MFR bioreactor is not accepting items from tesseracts, from translocators, or anything else. Things don't seem to be going into it properly. Now, previously, the bioreactor would have limit itself to 2 stacks of each item, so there's 9 slots on the bottom of it, and then there's like a hopper area with 9 slots in there, and it wouldn't let anything else come into it. Now, for some reason, unbeknownst, and that doesn't seem to be working, so it's kind of making a mess of things. Oh, there goes Nemson. Watch out that he doesn't sneak up on me and creep me. Nemson's got the ability to blow up like a creeper from doing advanced genetics. Quite funny. Him and Funchi are having a lot of fun on their little collab thing and the genetic stuff. Very well worth looking at. What am I looking for? There's some more carpets. There's some carpet there, magenta. I'll show you the carpets on the way down. So anyway, long story short is the farms aren't going to work with bioreactor. Tree farm, I've kind of decided I'm going to try and go for Steve Carts, but Steve Carts is going to be quite expensive, so I'm going to do a bit of mining during this episode to get things together. But I'm going to start off. So I had this already made from before when I was going to do Steve's carts, and I decided against it. But what we first of all need, I'm going to go straight for the big one if I can. Now, Ego gave me 64 blocks of diamond. I should also mention this present before I go any further. But Ego also gave me maze map focus, so we can do a little journey through a labyrinth in the Twilight Forest at some point. It's pretty cool. Hello, Jelly Bear. But yeah, let's pick this up. Is it going to explode? Pretty cool. I've got a Christmas gift off someone. Now what you do with these is you put them in a crafting table, and oh, it shows you what's in it. Oh, thank you very much. Someone's giving me a block of that. Look at that, you can sneak. It's like sneaking in the paper and have a look inside. I'm going to have to get a Christmas tree together to put that under. Awesome. So someone's been out giving Christmas presents. Ah, thank you. Brilliant. The Christmas mod's really fun. Christmas craft. Very nice little fun mod. Right, what was I? Sidetracking myself. Ah yes. Ego's got a weld that's got diamond block balls in the air, and I wasn't going to mine any, but he gave me a stack of 64 diamonds. I don't want to use them for crafting machinery and type stuff, but the Galgadorian metal does take a hell of a lot of diamonds, I believe. Blocks of diamonds. Eyes of Galgador. Take gas tiers, all kind of stuff. So I wonder if there's a Steve's Carts planner out there somewhere that you can see exactly how much materials you need, because that'd be really useful. So I guess the first thing I need is I need to make wheels, which needs reinforced metal. Reinforced metal comes from iron, hard mesh refined hardener. That comes from obsidian and diamond, so there's diamonds going to that as well. So as you can see, it's very diamond heavy, and this mesh stuff uses that stuff as well, so that has diamonds in there. So it's all a lot of iron, a lot of diamonds, quite a bit of obsidian, and then for this stuff we've got ender pearls, magma cream, all kind of stuff. I guess the first thing though is wheels and a hull. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I need 7 bits of Galgadorian metal to start with. So I'll try and get that. Try and get on the go with that. Now I've got really poor resource situation at the minute, especially because I made loads of stuff that went poof. Oh yeah, in fact we haven't even mentioned that. Since the last episode, there's been a rollback. So last episode you saw me working down on a farm. Look at these carpets, brilliant. grey one there. That's magenta, and that one's normal blue, dark blue. I was working down in the farm area. It's changed completely since you last saw it. So we had a rollback. We updated the server to fix a bug that was causing crashes if you pressed U over NAI. So let's have a look what PCB is going to. If you press U, it shows you what things go into. We had an issue that NAI was crashing with that, so we updated. Unfortunately, the world corrupted, so we had to go back to an earlier backup. So all the stuff I did last episode in the farm area got rolled back, so I lost it all. So then I was in my stream on Wednesday, I was doing loads of farm stuff, and we did a bit of experimenting, and we worked out that the bioreactor wasn't going to work. The bioreactor sat in there, look, that thing, biofuel generator. No, bioreactor, there we go. So I was just going to go initially with a bioreactor into a steel tank, which I actually made before we got rolled back, and then use that to fuel a liquid fuel boiler. And then in the stream I was just going to use it to run the biofuel generator to run the farms, and that unfortunately didn't work either, because as I said, you can't feed things from an ME interface via, you can't keep things stocked properly in the bioreactor at the minute, but that might get fixed one day. So I'm not destroyed everything, but I've started again. I've scrapped this whole area and I built a nice little farm area. So this is going to be my Steve's Carts tree farm, all this area. And over here we have got the MFR farms. Now these carpenter's blocks doors are really nice, by the way. You can cover them with stone or whatever material you want in the frame of the door, take on the aspects of the block that you use, and then if you right click them with a hammer, they'll go through certain. I'm going to show you because it's that nice. Let me get my hammer. There's my carpenter's hammer, and if you right click, you can have a solid pattern, you can have a mesh, you can have glass windows, you can have just hidden like a block, and when it's hidden like a block, that's the standard one. And then there's the glass one that we had. When it's hidden like a block, you've got a handle on the inside, not on the outside. Very cool. So you can have secret doors and stuff with this. Very nice. I like that one for these. So each area here is, it's a water tank for the next one up. I mentioned these don't actually, I don't think these affects my growing speed because they're already on 92 crops. But what they do is they keep the place hydrated, and it saves having water sources. So I like them anyway, so I've kept them. You don't actually have to have running water into them either for that. I could, but I like the sprinkler effect. I think it looks kind of cool for the farm, because it's not all about just how it works, how it looks in it. So I've got I can't click on because of the way it is. I've got harvesters in each of these, all with a radius 3 upgrade, so they'll do a 9x9 area. And we've got power running up this side. It's conduited in this downstairs, but I've not got enough banding to conduit the rest. I should sleep really with it being on the server on my own. Is it night time? Let's have a look. No, it's just maybe. This is another carpenter's blocks thing. Look, you can, if you right click on the frame, you can make the frame. So the frame is actually arcane. These things, arcane stone block frame, and then click on the bed with whatever colour wool you want. It'll make the bed that colour. That's very cool as well. So non-standard beds and carpets, combine chisel, carpentry blocks, and bibliocraft. Then you can make really pretty interiors to any building. And I'm going to look for. I'm looking forward to doing stuff like that. I've got plans for a little building world I made last episode. Now I've not done upstairs yet, but this is going to be red flowers, yellow flowers, and netherwort. And then the middle floor we have got reeds, carrots, and potatoes. I've had trouble lighting this, by the way, as well. They seem to look like they're not growing when they're not lit right, but I've got these Project Red lanterns that seems to be doing the trick. So, and then in here you can see where the power is. The power's going through Ender IO conduits, and it goes right down, and all the power comes to, let's just look under there. We've got power lines up to there for now, and the item lines, item ducts go up to there. So Of course, with the power conduit, I can add liquid conduit to that later and use sludge as well. I'm not going to do that just yet. So what I need to do now is get a power source for this, and for that I'm going to make a Steve's Cart's tree farm, and we're going to use that to run a steam boiler, solid fuel boiler. So the wood from the farm is going to run the boiler. That's the way I'm going to do it. So I'm just not sure where I'm going to put the boiler. I was going to squeeze it in here. So like have it 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, right up against the window. Then that kind of limits what sides of it I can use. I may have used too much space here. I might have to put the boiler upstairs and use remote power down to here. I'll have to. In fact, I'll have to think about stuff. Right, I'll be back in a bit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get the first part of the Steve's Cart Galgadorian metal together, and I'll show you that crafting. So I'll be back when ready to do that. And I think that's about it for covering what I did on the stream. I don't think I died for a change. The stream videos will be going up over the weekend. Not done much else, I don't think. Well, both my squids died for some reason. Yeah, so that's about it. Right, I shall see you in a bit. Hello, I'm back again straight away. I got to thinking about powering this, and I thought about running it from upstairs, and it turns out that if I run it straight up from here, so this is connected to all the rest, which is very nice. We can come down and connect this little ME network in like so, and I can connect that one's connecting back up with a item duct. That's the right colour, I think. Yep, blue input. So that lets me connect all the items. So all the items will come in there, power will come to there, power will come to all the harvesters. So that's connected at this end, which is really nice. Now all this at this end needs to be really is these storage that are all partitioned, which we did. I don't know if I did that in episode of the day, but basically I've set these so that each one has only got one thing on it. This is the only one that hasn't actually. I haven't got anything partitioned on that. But if you look at the rest, that can only take pumpkins, that can only take ink sacks. Ink sacks will be going upstairs anyway. Now I've changed it around. Silver nugget, where's that come from? What the hell's giving me a silver nugget? No idea. Just blow my mind a bit, that. So this can all connect here. So that's the basic little system. That's all I need down here is an ME terminal, a chest for the overflow, an ME drive, and what I can do is I can set this possibly to turn the farms off using redstone Ender IO conduit. Anyway, this can come upstairs with me. I'll leave that down here. I might need it again. So if I come up here, see above this level, I've actually got one of them. Let's put that in there. Look, so I've got a little secret door there, and just above this I had a bit of dead space, and I've just, because I've got the arcane lamps, it's nice and lit, so I just left it like this. Well, if I keep going straight the way up, so it goes past the bedroom level, behind the wall over there, and then in here, it's just behind there. Over at that, look, I can go behind there, like so. And if you look at it from this side, this is nice and dark now. I moved the arcane lamp down, so I'm going to be connected. I want power into these rooms anyway, because I'm going to have MFR grinders in here anyway, and I want liquid for the mob essence. So I want to start collecting that. So there's a straight line up from down below, and it comes up to there. So if we tidy this up a bit now, so yeah, you want to be sand. And then these little spawn rooms have all got double thickness cobble walls all the way around them. Come up one level again. Down in this corner here, you see we've got a nice little path into the bottom of the workshop area here, which is really cool. So I can, in fact, quite straightforwardly just power that from up here. So that means once I've got the tree farm up and running, because I'm going to connect this up, but it's going to drain this pretty quick. I've got quite a lot of MJ in here, but it's still going to drain it really quick because I've only got 14 of these solar panels generating, so it's not going to last very long at all, to be honest. But it is going to let me power it from upstairs. Yeah, I looked in my inventory, I had like 53 of these conduit because of the way they'd been wired all over before. So look now, if we go back downstairs, I should have just powered the farms. And look, they've all been harvested. Awesome. So this is up and running, and this is pulling 3.2 MJ a tick. And the farms, of course, only pull when they've actually got something to do. So the farms will actually only use power. They'll keep idling. So if we look, they're going to keep idling, but they're not actually using any power unless they've got any work to do. So each operation, each time they do a little bit of work, they will do something. But that is going to save me having power down here, because of course the Steve Cart's tree farm will have its own built-in little smelter, so it'll run off its own. It'll run off the wood it collects itself. So that is really cool. Look, there you go, collecting carrots. Awesome. So I've sorted that bit out already, accidentally, if you will. Right now, nephew shout at me. I'm gonna have to go see him in a second, but I will start making. I'll keep an eye on how much power this takes. Oh, it's actually not taking any of it yet. Interesting. It's still full. So it's probably going to drain at night time, definitely. But I'll get on with doing what I was going to do then. But now, at least you know how I've got power. So let's just tidy this up a little bit. Meh. I'll tidy it up there. Screw it. So there we go. We have got power. Hey, Nicholas. Oops. Cool. I shall see you guys in a bit. Hello then, I'm back. I'm part of the way through getting some gear together to make this Steve's Cat's tree farm. Now, I'm here at Damn Sky's base. I say base, it's just like a bed and some chests and a hill. What it has got is got a little mini gas spawner from the Twilight Forest. So I've been getting some gas tiers off these guys. Like that. A couple there, and I've been using them to make Eyes of Galgador. So if I head back to my base, I'm actually ready to make the first couple of bits of the farm here. So here we go. Now I've made a couple more of these work tables, because until I get AA auto crafting, I need to be able to do multiple of these things. So what I've got together is, I started off making this stuff, raw hardener, obsidian and diamonds, and then you cook that into this stuff, refined hardener, and I've made so many of these things, hardened mesh. So with refined hardener, hardened mesh and iron, you make stabilized metal, and then with the stabilized metal, up to now I've made the Galgadorian wheels. So that was reinforced metal with stabilized metal which has been cooked. Oh, there you go, stabilized, cooked into reinforced, and some Galgadorian metal. So for the Galgadorian metal, you need these things, what I need the gas tiers for. So I've been getting a lot of gas tiers from there. Eyes of Ender, pretty straightforward. Magmas, Magma Creams, the slams, and blaze powder. So I've been rocking around a couple of places. I'll show you where I've been. I've been in this big hill, which is quite useful. Across to the side over here. Get away, you. Across to the side of here, there's a cheeky little slime beetle spawner. So I closed it off in a room, and that's where I've been getting my slimes from. And then in the nether, I've just got there's just a blaze spawner in a room there. So been getting the blaze rods from there. It's all very manual at the minute with the gathering of stuffs. But you see, that got me a few slime balls. So it's all a little bit manual at the minute, yeah. So jump back. So what have I managed to make? I've ended up with, so you need 3 designs of the Galgador. So I think I've made 30 of these. 3, 10. So I made them, and they take 2. So I've made 12 in total. So 6 lots of this. So I've made 18 of them then. I made 18 of them in total. And combine them with some of the stabilised metal, and that gets us lumps of Galgador, of which I've now got 10, which is awesome. So with these, I'm now able to make a Galgadorian cart. Now, I'm not 100% sure I even needed this Galgadorian cart, to be honest, but I committed myself to it, so I'm making it. But Galgadorian hull is Galgadorian metal, 5 of them. So I need to cook 5 of these up. I'm not sure if I need all 10 cooked just yet, so I'll just put 5 in for now. And the other thing we're making with the Galgadorian metal is... let's make that. So there's our Galgadorian hull. So that can now go into there. So we've got a hull and a cart assembly. That opens up more things. So let's go down the list, I guess, then. So engines. Sorry for the thunder and lightning. Engines. I've actually made one. I made a nice little simple coal engine. Nice and straightforward. That's all you need. Furnace, a couple of pistons and some iron. Gets you a coal engine. And that's nice and easy. So in you go. Coal engine. Wonderful. And then next, what we need is a Galgadorian woodcutter. Now, the reason why I want to go Galgadorian is your simple woodcutter. There's 3 of these. A basic one that has a durability that you've got to keep feeding diamonds in. So plus it's only 80% efficient. Then there's the hardened one, which is 100% efficient, but also needs repairing. And then there's the Galgadorian one, which never needs repairing with diamonds. So once you've made it, you've made it. So that's all good. And it's 120% efficient, so you get more saplings, more wood from every tree. So what we need for that is, I have not got any reinforced metal. Damn it! So I can't actually make this yet. But what I've got here is a wood cutting core, which is a PCB. You'll need a few of these PCB things, so they're in the next work table. We've got the basic ones, and then the advanced ones. So an advanced PCB surrounded by saplings gets you this. Any saplings gets you the wood cutting core. And then we need 1 reinforced metal. So you can upgrade a hardened one, but a hardened one needs reinforced metal anyway. So going straight for a Galgadorian one, I need 1 reinforced metal and then 5 of these things, and they're just iron ingots and Galgadorian metal. So I do need to cook that. And I need 10 iron ingots. Jesus, that lightning's going for it a bit, isn't it? So that gets me 5 of these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what I need to do now then is make some more of this stuff, which I need obsidian for. Nicholas was very kind and gave me 4 stacks of obsidian. He's such a gentleman. So I can't remember how many I need again. I need 4 there. I need 8. I actually need 10 pair. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, I think. So we'll cook this up. Now I'm also going to need a rolling machine, which I should have made. For the tracks, I'm going to use... I made loads of bronze by mistake when I threw loads of tin and loads of copper into the smeltery through being lazy. So if you look in a rolling machine, I believe... Rolling machine, you can make standard rails with them. So I might use a few of them up rather than using iron for the rails. Normally I'd just go looting the abandoned mine shaft, but I haven't actually found any. So that's kind of scuppered that plan. Right, so I want 2 of these. And then I want 1 of them. And I'm missing iron. What's I can pay after. I can sort that out in a bit, but it's recording in a minute. 5 of them. What did I need? I needed 1 of them to be cooked. So I'm not going to cook the rest now, because you do actually use them, some of them in the normal state there without actually cooking them. Look, just for them though. Okay, let's cook this one up. So cutter down there. 5 for the blades. Reinforced metal. Gets us a Galgadorian woodcutter. Awesome. So there's our tool. So there's the important bits done. Now you see that already. That's going to take 2 hours 38 minutes. So I'm going to make attachments, some storage, and some add-ons. One of the add-ons is going to be a smelter. So there's an advanced smelter that we're going to want. What's a smelter even look like? I think it looked like a furnace type of thing, wouldn't it? It's just advanced smell. Look at that. I wouldn't have looked for something in that shape, would I? So you see that takes a couple of PCBs, another diamond, and a basic smelter, which is just a furnace and a simple PCB. So that's nice and easy. So I need 3 basic PCBs, 1 advanced, and a furnace and a diamond. Cool. So I met that really quick, and then probably after that I shall cut. So 5, I think. Very low on gold. That's someone sorted. TCG out. Cool. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I believe, and then one of them. Iron. Iron. One of them. So that is just a furnace. I'll get me some cobble. Any cobble in here? Yep. Get away, you. Furnace. One of them makes me the basic smelter. Now the advanced smelter is worth doing. It's worth doing that, going a little bit extra, making the advanced one. I can't remember why I took my head, but I remember with the basic one it doesn't regulate your stuff as good. Now the advanced smelter is pretty cool. What the advanced smelter is going to do is it's going to take some of the wood it cuts down out of the storage and cook it up and feed it into the engine. So it'll self-contained, so you don't have to feed coal in from outside or anything. It'll just make charcoal on board and it'll use the charcoal to run it, which is really cool. So all I really need now is storage and attachments. I don't think I'm going to bother with any attachments. I could put a fertilizer in there, so we don't have to fill it. So I'll probably make a fertilizer. And then storage, I'm going to make some internal chests. Internal storage, them things, pretty straightforward. They use these chest panes and these locks. All nice vanilla stuff and all these. Yeah, pretty cool. And then a fertilizer, which is that thing, which uses another PCB and some basic vanilla stuff. So that's pretty cool as well. So I'll get all that made, make sure I'm not missing anything, and then we'll see exactly how long it's going to take. And it's clearly going to take hours, so I won't be finishing it in this episode, but we'll get it started at least. And yeah, I'll see you in a bit. Here we are again then, and I've made the fertilizer. The fertilizer I probably won't use all the time, but it's just handy to have one in there if I need a boost for any reason. And internal storage is the one that I showed you, which was just that one. So you get 32 of them, which is enough for 4 chests. So I've made 4 chests. I've got some of them chest locks spare, but that doesn't matter. So that fills all 4 of the storage slots. So that's sorted. The only thing I need there for the add-ons is my advanced smelter, so I'm actually good to go. That's everything. I've had a quick check down the list. There's nothing else. I've been on the Steve Cats 2 wiki, make sure there's nothing obvious that I'm missing, and I think that's pretty cool, pretty good. So I don't need to add anything else into there. All I need to do now is bang some coal in there. Does it not take? No, it doesn't take coal blocks. That's unfortunate. What I'm going to have to do is grab a hopper. You'll do, and make sure I know which side this feeds in from. Do you feed in from there? Nope. Go from the top. I'm sure in 1.5.2 you could hop a coal into these. Yep, from the top. There we go. So that's filled the internal fuel there. It's starting to fill that up, so that's good. So it's going to take all this fuel, no doubt, because as you can see, it's got a 3 hours and 14 minutes craft time. So there we go. So in 3 hours 14 minutes, that'll be done. And in the meantime, this will be next episode. I'll start this up. In the meantime, we can get the other things sorted. So we're going to need a cargo manager. And this thing uses these iron panes, which are indeed a bit of a pain. So we need one of these large dynamics, which uses 4 little ones. and a redstone, which uses little ones and a redstone. Okay, so I need 4. Yeah, 4 normal little ones for them, and then these big ones take 9 normal little ones. So 9, 18, 27, 36, 40, and then they take 4 each. 40, 56. So I need 56 of these. So I need loads more of that stuff anyway then. So 56, that gets me 8, so I'm going to want 7 iron ingots surrounded by them things. So I need to make more of them things. So I need to go get some more logs, because I haven't actually got any logs at the minute. So I shall go and wander around, cut down a tree or two, and we'll put the cargo mines together. I'll make a rolling machine. Enough? That's going to be enough. Quick and dirty. Yeah, I'll make a rolling machine. I'll start making some track. Screw it. I'm here now, aren't I? Let's do it. So it's just that and some wood. Any wood should do. So that magic wood should do. Yeah. So 32, 64. That's going to be enough, isn't it? Yeah. And then 7 ingots, which are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to need some of that. So I should be getting 56 of these, and I've got 56. See if my maths was right, because it's often not right. So 3, 4. So 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 4 of them, wasn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 4 of them. Large iron. Yeah, and then I think I've done my maths wrong, haven't I? 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1 of them. So yeah, oh no, I've done it right. Hooray! Yeah, I just did something wrong. There we go. 4 of them. 1 of them in the middle. 4 of them. Gets us a cargo manager. Wonderful. So what this does is this interacts with the cart when the cart goes by it. So you can change some settings. So transfer direction to the cart. So we're going to want things from the cart, because we don't need anything to the cart, because it's got its onboard smelter, so it'll be making its own power. So everything will be coming out of the cart, and then I'm going to use translocators to take them out of this thing into my ME network. So that's all good. So that'll be going down near the tracks. We also need a couple of other things. We need 2 of these things called reinforced rails, or the advanced rails. There they are, advanced detector rails. We need a couple of them, so 6 iron, a couple of pressure plates and a redstone, easy enough. 2 pressure plates, piece of redstone, and some iron. Oops, get back there, you. Gets us our 2 advanced detector rails. So one of them has to be next to the cargo manager, and just a load of normal rails now. So yeah, I'll make a rolling machine. I'll use a load of that bronze, get a load of normal rail made, lay all this out downstairs, and I'll come back and show you how I've done with that. But the cart won't be done, so I'll maybe finish with something else. If you look down here, check this out. I've already got 10k sugarcane in there, so that's the sugarcane cell's full. So I need to decide pretty soon whether I want to turn that off. Well, I certainly haven't got enough materials to upgrade these until I get a quarry going, so I think I'm going to have to turn the sugar one off. So I'll do that now. Ideally, I want to get these cells big enough so I can just massively fill these, just in case we do take MFR out, and so I've got a stock that'll last me for a year or two. So what I'm going to do is just rinse that off like that. So that's just disconnected the power to that, so it'll use what it's got, and then that'll stop. Wonderful. Do like them doors. think I mentioned it earlier. So yeah, that's at 10k. The melon's nearly full as well. In fact, the melon would certainly be full if they'd have been broken. I need to work out. Thank you for all the suggestions, by the way, how to break melons. There's quite a few things in the mod pack that let us break melons. I was just not thinking when I mentioned it the other day, but yeah, we've got quite a few options for breaking melons, so that's cool. Yeah, so this is probably going to go probably down here somewhere, probably there. No, maybe one further this way, probably there with a rail next to it, and I'll make a nice little pattern that's going to go up and down, up and down, up and down, all the way around here and back, and that should be good. Should be good. And then let's connect that to that, and we're all good. Right. Now I'm going to check the video. I think it's going to be about 32-33 minutes, so I don't think I've got time to do what I wanted to do with Ars Magica. But what I did want to do is I wanted to create a gateway from here up to my Faaaaaarms room. Now I think that might be a bit ambitious to start at this stage of the episode, but I'll get a few things ready. I'll see how long the episode is, and I'll see if I've got time to do it. But if the video's over 30 minutes, I'll just come back and show you a couple of the bits, but I'll probably do it later, next episode. But there we go, we can make these things called gateways. I watched a cool video by a guy called, I can't remember his name, but I shall let you know next time. Mr. Delusive on the YouTubes, who's got a nice little tutorial on how to make these. I'm not sure if I can make a little private network of these, but you can kind of network them, so I'll cover that as well. But check out Mr. Delusive, all one word. Check out his episodes on Ars Magica if you want to learn some stuff. He's got some good stuff on there. Right then, I'll be back in a bit. Okay then, and I'm back, and how are we doing with this? We have got 2 hours to go, and how much coal we used? Just 3.5 stacks up to now of the coal. 2 hours to go. Was it 3 hours quarter? I'm going to need more coal in there. That much I don't know. I made some standard rails in the rolling machine that I've thrown in there. There it is, rolling machine. Nice and easy to make. And I'm using that to make a lot of these steel into steel plates for the boiler. And I'm just making another thing here. I'm going to make this thing. It's called a liquid crafter. Pretty cool. It's from MFR, so you saw the recipe there. And what we should be able to do with this is, how do I want to do this? Now what I'm going to do here is, what do I want to do here? Plan things echo. It works better when you plan things. So what I'm going to need here, I believe, it's been a while since I used one of these, is I'm going to take that off there for a sec. And I'm going to put it onto there. So this is my liquid translocator. And I'm going to tell it to put some creosote out of this coke oven into there. Then I'm going to want to get a bucket of creosote. So let's grab a bucket of that as well. And if I put that in there with some slabs, cool. What do I need the bucket? Don't know if I do. Template output. Template output. Redstone. Lever. You'll do. So it's been so long since I've actually had to craft rails because I normally just get them from abandoned mine shafts. So if I go like that, you've got a wooden rail. Cool. So I can use this to make some wooden ties. Now a wooden tie, what you do, you get 4 in a square, makes you a wooden rail bed, and then you get rails either side of them, and it gets you 32 track. Awesome. So I'm going to make all this into track. I don't know how much track I need, but I've got enough rail to make quite a lot. So I'm going to make some of that and place it down. So I'll do that after the episode. So basically where we're going to go. So I'll get this 32 placed. Now the video is getting near 40 minutes, so I don't want to run too long with this, but I want 2 from the edge. So down we go. So the train will plant trees either side, so I think there should be enough space. I'm hoping there is. 2 from the edge, and then I'm going to come around like so and work my way back. So this is a pattern I generally use when making tree farm. Now I wonder, so what is it? 1 2 3 4 2. 1 2 3 4 2. 1 2 3 4 2. 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3. Ah, that'll have to do. So that's going to go all the way up and down there. So this whole place should get full of trees. So almost that's done about a quarter. So I'll do the rest of that off camera. So next time you see me, the cart will be ready and the track will be laid out. So the other bit I wanted to do with this episode then was I've laid out this little area back here. Now what I've made is, let me just knock these down, I'll put it back together. I'm going to try these corner bits with carpenter's blocks once I've made this, but until I know if it works or not, I am going to do it as the book says. So what we've got here is, we start off with a chisel stone block, which is of course just 4 normal stone bricks put back into a square, and then we want to build a frame with these. So we want, oh shit, I don't want them at all. They're there, they're there. 1 2 3. What's happened? 1 2 3. So I'm pretty sure we don't need them up in the top corners there. You can have them there, but I've skipped them. And then we've got 2 in the middle, and I've got a gap in the middle there because something's going to go into that gap. And then the picture shows these bricks, stairs, stairs, stairs. I'm not 100% sure if these are required, but we shall find out. So I've done that here, and I've also done one at my Farmcraft area down. I'll show you that when we get to it. And then the next thing I need to do is, luckily I've looted some of these things, Ender Essence. I've got 2 of them. If we didn't have Ender Essence, we'd need to refine this. So you can refine it in a thing called the Essence Refiner, and you make it with Ender Pearls, Ender Eyes, and Arcane Ash. You've seen how we make Arcane Ash by Arcane Compound smelted. That's easy enough. The refiner itself runs off. It seems to run off either light essence or neutral essence. So of course, if we check with our Magitech staff, you shall see that we have got plenty of essence. We should have, that should be full, and it is, and that's also full. So we could use some of that light essence or some of that neutral essence. So they were a different colour. So I think light blue means light, blue means neutral. So we could put a refiner, an essence refiner, probably where this desk is. It's probably where I'll put it, and we could get at that. But because I've looted a couple of these, I can skip that bit. What I'm making is a keystone receptacle, and it's that thing. So I need some Vincium dust, some Eyes of Ender, and some of that Ender Essence, and some stone. So there's the stone, Vincium dust, and some Eyes of Ender, as if I didn't make them ready. So Ender Pearls, 1 2 3 4, and let's probably make them in my little 2x2, and that gets us these things, keystone receptacles. Cool. Now I might have an issue getting back. Now these need power, so what happens is we put that in there. Now you can see it's taking light. See these little white dots? That's it taking light from the, see that's going down, look, 97, 96, and that's going up 1300. So it's using light essence from this. So I might have to put another nexus across near my other one. So let's go and finish the other one off. Now the other one's going to need power as well, so at the minute we'll only have to go one way with this. So what I've got down here is, I've got exactly the same setup here as in there. I've built it into the wall. So if we put that one in there, now you see this one ain't going to have any power, but you can see that I can click on it, the fact it knows what's going on. So if I click on that with an empty hand, that's not, nothing's going to happen. This has got no power. What I can do though is one over here, and this should connect to that one. There we go. So I've got quick travel to my infusion area, like that. Cool. So if I put a nexus over here, which I might do, where should I put my nexus? Could build a nexus into the doorway, possibly. I'll have a think about that. If I put a nexus over here, I can have it so it's two-way travel. Or the other option is I can make something called essence conduits. These guys really cheap. It's just a bit of camerite and some stone. What these will do, these can link up networks every 10 blocks. So if I had one about here, one about here, and then possibly one behind the wall here somewhere, and then one behind the wall here, that should be enough. Well, sorry, behind the wall over here somewhere. That should be enough to link that up. So I'll be able to use this light nexus to power both of them then, because it'll travel along the conduits. Nice. Yeah, there we go. Little something to finish the episode, and I didn't fail. Hooray! So I hope it was entertaining, and I hope you join me next time. As always, thank you very much for comments. Thank you very much for any new subscriptions. And yeah, take it easy, and I hope to see you soon. Cheers. Bye.